Anyway, let's do a part 2 to that video. Since their fucking alarm, my phone fucking went off. It's fucking annoying. Oh, anyways, yeah, like I was saying, I went to prison for cutting out and eating people, and they all of a sudden, whoever came down got these people to just fucking just go away, and they get me out of prison and everything. And it's like, dude, what? I just cut people up and ate them and threw their bodies in my bathtub and shit, and somehow got my parents and shit to ignore it, or they just fucking left for somewhere. I don't know where the fuck they left for. And I cut them up and put them in my bathtub and fucking eating their ribs and shit, and like cutting breast tissue off and eating it like it's chicken. And it's like, you saying I get out of jail and prison? And it's because they put snakes in I forgot to say that too. They were putting snakes in my head. And in my sleep, I know they were stabbing me in the ass with an ice pick because I've seen it on video, and people's told me before. And they showed it on that show, and it's retarded. And yeah, the weird events would always start with someone randomly going to the house. Yeah, like that I said. I have no idea why these people come. All I remember is people randomly coming up there like that, and me finding out that I'm on something like a Truman Show type of thing. And then the thing I'm talking about, like watching it and shit, like not, I'm not just talking about the TV show. I'm talking about like somebody literally comes up and tells me that somebody's got something like a coronavirus that like sees in the future, in the past. And like I see it, and it's like, dude, that's what I did in the past. They let me fiddle around with one. And it's like, dude, yeah, that's telling the past and the future. And it's fucking weird, you know. Could you imagine like what it's like a coronavirus thing, like a real life coronavirus? Oh, dude, I would say that's weird. But I'll talk about 2016 maybe more later. But I want to get the general gist of what happened out of the way, and then maybe like freely talk after I'm done reading the script and shit. I'm not good at giving a presentation. I'm just reading it. That's good enough. If you don't like it, fuck off. But I mean, that's just gonna tell you like legit what went on, and like, you know, I'm not trying to do a proper presentation. I'm just sitting here just telling you what went on, and I just write my thoughts out real quick before I forgot them, and I'm just gonna read them, you know. First memory. Yeah, my memories are severely disjointed. And the thing is, yeah, there's still snakes in my head, but like the whole thing is somebody comes and literally fuck tells me like after all that weird shit happens, you get snakes put in the head and shit. That's where I was going, yeah. Like somebody literally comes and tells me that I'm like from another dimension or something, or that I'm something that some humans call a fucking skinwalker, or an ultra terrestrial, or fucking some stupid shit like that. And or an incubus or some shit, and I'm like a harpy or fuck some shit that transmogrifies and shit. And I'm like, what? That's the weirdest fuck shit I've ever heard. You know? So I just go with it, and let me make sure this is still recording. Yeah, it's still recording. And anyway, I just go with it, you know? And like, and like, yeah, where I was going with that is, like, I keep having to go to this point in time and save myself and shit. And I remember from when I was a little kid meeting my doppelganger. So there's some weird, like, time dilation, latency, time travel shit going on with that. How somebody's able to save me, and I know they're doing it. That's the fucking weird thing with it. One of my family members is literally trying to save me from weird time travel shit because they somehow have access to one of those fucking time travel things. And it's fucking weird. And I know they're my family because I can't shock anything off of them, and they look exactly like one of my cousins or my mom or dad or my fucking uncle or fucking some shit, like right in the fucking face. They look exactly like me. And I know that doppelganger dude looked exactly like me because, like, dude, it's me. I remember that kid. And I always have that realization too, like, dude, I'm that guy that came down there when I was a kid. That heavier guy, that's fucking me. You know? And I'm one of the reasons I've been staying safe along with one of my family members, and there's this weird latency thing to it. and I always get this weird deja vu shit, and the same weird days live. I feel like I've been living the same weird days off and on in cycles, and it's fucking weird. You know, I keep noticing I keep living the same days in cycles and the same exact days all line up in a row, and then something all of a sudden happens. You know, and it'll be for months. It's like, dude, I've lived this entire month before. You know, it's fucking weird. Like there's some weird time travel latency shit with it. Like I can't explain that any better than that. But anyway, you know, and like, and the thing is, I love these people so much, and it's hard to let them go, even after I see that holodeck shit evaporate. I just can't. I just can't do it. I remember seeing all them home videos of me playing at Pine Ridge, right after I learned to talk, picking up my first thing of freaking snow in my hand, and it's saying, "Ooh, dirty, mommy," you know. And Tina had taken me to Cave Run Lake in Morehead, Kentucky, and let me soak my feet. You know, and her not being my fucking mom. Could you fucking imagine that happening? Could you imagine that? Could you fucking imagine that? No. It's like weird. And Buckhorn, I went to all these places, you know. And then after they come and I go to these places, they they take me to these weird and I know there are other planets where they eat people and shit at the fucking grocery store and other aliens and shit that are bipedal ant beings. And like chickens and cows and shit are from these weird machines that predate this mortal realm place. They're like blobs. They're like a homunculus, if you know what a homunculus is. They're like homunculus versions of spirit realm things. And it's fucking weird. And like apparently humans are a type of homunculus, but they're not the miniature kind of a fucking harpy. Not a monkey, a harpy. White people are. And then there's other things, like there's other races and shit from the spirit realm, and some things like Pakistanis or something are different animals, but they're like therianthropes or whatever that word is. Like I think Pakistanis were like, I don't know if they were monkeys, but they were something else. And I think Mayans were something like Wendigos or something. It's fucking weird. And that's the other thing with it, like the extinct race shit on Earth. Like Mayans, I always heard they assimilated into Mexicans or they are Mexicans or some shit. But like they're not really they're like they're not really Native Americans or Mayans or whatever. They're not Native Americans or Mexicans or whatever. They're Mayans. And like they said, I'm like Sumerian or something. I'm not white. I'm Sumerian. They're copies of you, humans are. The white ones are. And the black ones. And black people or something apparently originated, the African ones originated from the white Anglo-Saxon ones. And a group of them splintered off and went down into Africa or some shit. Like that, but they're really white underneath. And they're a copy of me. Yeah. And it's a bunch of weird shit like that, but they're not me. I'm Sumerian, some what humans call Sumerian, or some stupid shit like that. But I don't have melanin. I don't have any melanin in me besides a farmer's tan. And melanin is really weird. If you know what vitiligo and shit like that is, and there's a bunch of suspicion points I don't even want to go over. I just want to talk about the like the gist of it. And then there's like stupid drama shit from it where these people wouldn't leave me alone. And I told them they had to become trans to transmogrify. And like I used some of that weird science shit they had, like with those people, and I told those science people to like cut their dicks off and make them women and give them titties. and tell them that's how they transmogrify shit. And it's fucking retarded. And there's a bunch of stupid shit like that, like Ace Ventura, tranny drama shit from it. And it's just fucking retarded. I don't want to fuck with it. It's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. But anyway, yeah, then there was some of these notes I had. I was going to put them into a coherent paper, but I don't really feel like it. I'll just go over them one by one. Oh, there's like this TV stuff, like with that weird, whatever that weird technology and shit is. You can like literally walk through a TV, like on the fucking the ring. And like whenever they said, I forgot to say this. Whenever they said I'm fucking God or some stupid shit like that, like they said I'm attached to this weird fucking like anglerfish orby thing that you can pull out that looks fucking terrifying. It's about the size of a fucking car or something. Like it's the thing that's fucking controlling the audio visual shit you see fucking around. It's fucking insane. And they say like there's different what I call holodecker stories too. Like these one people say it's this and that, but it's like oh no, they were in holodeckers or something. And somebody else comes along and says yeah, it's because of a time delay, and says they're not really your family and shock themselves and they're like I'm your mommy or some shit. And one of them says I was born through a portal and that's what existence is. And then somebody else says I have a mom or something came out of a pussy, but like there was another first man or some stupid shit like that. I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, and then been a couple incidents. Then there's after all that 2016 shit happened, um, uh, so it's hard to breathe with this thing on. After all that 2016 shit happened, I went to I forgot about it for the longest time, and then I went to this kid's house that I was introduced to buy weed because my fucking ass was killing me and shit, and I wanted because they stabbed me in the ass and I was picking my sleep, and it's like I had to try to live through it, and it's like dude, I want some fucking weed. My ass is killing me, and they do nothing for me at the doctor. Every time I go to the doctor, they say, "Oh, nothing's wrong. You just got hemorrhoids or something, or you just sit down your ass too much." And it's like, dude, no, somebody stabbed me in the fucking ass. But like they haven't stabbed me in the ass for a while, so I feel good right now. And yeah, that sounds funny, but it's not. It's retarded. It's really retarded. And also, yes, alien beings are obsessed with ass raping people. Yeah, it's not funny. It's retarded, and it hurts. Well, anyway, I went to this Isaiah Kids, and all this weird shit happened again, and I got snakes put in my head more after they were dead a while, and I had some more weird incidents like, and I know it happened, but I forgot about it for a little while. But I know it happened, like the spaceship incident with Wade. He came up to my apartment after I lived at 205 for a little while after the 2016 incident. I started to live around those apartments around 2018, 2019. That's when it happened. This happened after 2019. That's when I moved into the apartments was a little bit after 2016, like 2018 or something. And then he came into my house and it's like he's knocking on the door. It's like, hey Wade or Daddy, what's up? And it's like he took a hall extra off and fucking grabbed my arm and fucking took me to fucking some weird cave in fucking around Watts going towards Hazard. And yeah, this is the Hellier Goblins Hopkinsville Goblin shit is what it is. I can't shock a hologram off of me. I've tried. But they can put holograms on you from some kind of remote thing around me or from somewhere. I don't know where. And then there's this thing with it too. If you're interested by it, there's different languages, the precursor languages. The precursor language before human precursor languages. There's like these pre-Gaelic language. One of them speaks pre-Gaelic. One of them speaks something that looks like um, Germanic, like Viking type looking shit. One of them, I think, has just like Sanskrit looking language. And one of them literally has something that looks like Old English, but there's something else weird about it that doesn't really look English. You could kind of be like, look at it and be like, dude, hey, that's English, but I can't really read what it's saying. And it's fucking weird. But you can kind of read like maybe a few of the words, but it looks like it's Old English shit, you know, and it's weird. And I've seen it before. That's one of the things too. Um, there's a bunch of weird shit about it. Um, and the thing I think the weirdest, the thing that's the weirdest about it is the human meat shit to me anyway. Like, and your soul apparently is fucking real. That's one of the things I seen at that grocery store shit. You know, that grocery store shit. I went in there one day, whenever I was there for something, whatever weird shit they was doing, and I noticed like this machine in there, like after they chopped one of those alien things' heads off, or a human's head off, and cut, put their meat in a pile to get cut up and put into meat. And yeah, at some of the fancy grocery stores, they kill the meat in house while you're shopping for your groceries. They have like a little area. Sometimes there's a window in front of it, and sometimes it's out in the open. But they cut their head off, and like I would hear this weird machine like mumble like and like ding or something, and it's like I would ask him like, dude, what the fuck is that? It's like, oh, it sucks their soul out as soon as it detects it, and it's like, dude, what? And it's like, yeah, it's like I don't know what a Dybbuk box exactly is, but it's like, dude, it's like a fucking real life Dybbuk box. I think if that's the thing that sucks your soul up or something. But yeah, there's a bunch of weird shit like that. It's just fucking stupid, and it's so hard to believe. Um, and that, like I said, that handles this one. I think um, they they would stab me in the ass to make me do shit because they watched it and they knew I'd go crazy and shit like that. They stab me in the ass. They're trying to make me a scapegoat. I know that over one of my relatives. I think that's who keeps trying to come for me. Yeah, it has to be because they're trying to extort me out of her because she's somehow related to me and she won't fuck them. It's somebody doing it. Like a weird fucking romantic echopraxia, what's his name, Napoleon thing. And it's fucking stupid. I mean, I know I ain't the most handsome man in existence, but like, dude, come on. That's stupid. And yeah, I've seen that dude from the Netflix Tire show had something to do with this. It was fucking weird. Um, Humans are like rape sins or something, according to them, to try to do whatever this shit is. They're like rape bonds. Uh, oh yeah, that's another weird thing about it. Whenever I went through these portal places, whenever they used the machines or the clickers, I would go to these facilities that were almost like Area 51 type places or like bases or government areas or storage facilities. And he'd walk out there and it's like, dude, this place is like fucking locked down like Area 51. Who the fuck are you all? Like, it was always like that. And somewhere in that facility, whether it was really there or whether it was really, they were my family but in another form or some shit like that, you'd always see a fucking alien. Before you walked out, if everyone around you had like the human form on, you would see an alien at least in that facility or not long after you left that fucking facility and got in the car with him and got into a parking lot somewhere and drove through a bunch of gates or some shit like that were guarded or some weird shit like that, or it was in some dude's like extravagant mansion in the basement or some fucking shit. Like some fucking gigantic. On the top floor was like some dude's gigantic rose red mansion place, like, and it kind of reminds you of the mansion from fuck Splatterhouse. It's fucking insane. And and there's this thing where somebody tells me um, that there's people that know Clip out of existence, like the backrooms thing. I think that might have um, inspired some of the backroom shit because somebody tells me about this thing, this this phenomena that the government covers up all the time, that they've tried to post about on Reddit and 4chan and shit, of people clipping out of existence and random portals happening in places, and a bunch of people getting scared, like one of the Fayette Mall incidents, which I'm the guy from one of the Fayette Mall incidents. Uh, like shit. Yeah, there's people, and I lose track of my thoughts and shit too because I've been going through a real bad mental health crisis and brain problems because of this shit. You can hear it in my voice. Um, and they fucked my teeth up, so and I had to get them pulled out too. So it's a miracle I can fucking talk right. Yeah, they no clip out of existence, and the thing is, with that, it's because they're getting sucked up to these things I call apertures. They're like sometimes you can see them, and sometimes you can. I think it depends on what angle I think you're doing it from, or I think they might be able to do something where you can't see it or something. But I don't know. You know, it's weird. There's these they suck them up, or they sucked them up from a previous time, and because of latency, you can't really see the. I think that's how that goes. Because of latency and the way time flows, you didn't get to see the aperture, but you get to see them fading out of existence because something changed because of some kind of weird chain reaction with this or that one getting sucked up. Something changed, and you only get to see them fade out of existence, not get sucked up through the aperture. And then there's a thing with people getting sucked up through an aperture, and that's what it's for, to get eaten. Extra dimensionals or skinwalkers eat people, if you're wanting to know. It's like SSDD Stephen King shit, the deja vu shit is. Somebody said humans use language symbols that they don't understand for math symbols. And they said with these other pre-human languages, they're bits of language that humans don't understand because it's like a logical operators that humans just don't understand. And it's fucking weird too. And I've looked at it and it's like, dude, humans don't get that? That's fucking weird. You gotta be lying. And it's apparently like, dude, no, it ain't a lie, apparently. And they said humans don't know exactly how heat evaporates a water droplet. They just know that it does. They don't know exactly how a TV signal works. They just know a camera captures a signal and sends it through the TV. They say shit like that. And it's like, dude, that sounds about right. You know? Well, anyway, that's all that shit I have. Um, that's probably about all I can think of to say right now. Anyway. Um, but yeah, it's so weird this shit is. At least I finally made that video. I want to see if I would love to know if anyone would talk to me about that shit if they see this video, or if they're from the Morehead area and would let me know anything about that shit. I'd appreciate it if you did. No. Um, uh, um, but yeah, it's the weirdest shit I've ever had to put up with, and I don't think I'll. And I know it's coming back because I've been getting deja vu shit. But yeah, that's all I really want to post about right now. So if you got anything, you can message me. If you don't, if you're just interested in watching, just watch. See ya.